being a woman in STEM, let me say it's lonely because very few of us are in this space. And the majority, of course, in this space are men, because the scientists, the technologists, the engineers, the math specialists, you find the majority of this space is dominated by men. And as a woman in STEM, most suffer from the fact that you doubt whether you're good enough to be able to compete on this space, or even if you know you're good enough, the reception you get is, okay, let's hear what she has to say or what she has to offer. And so it's a mindset, but what you find is over time, when the people, the stakeholders that you're dealing with, the partners that you're dealing with in terms of STEM, you'll find that over time, they are able to not only embrace you, but they also see the value that you bring on the table. And so as a woman in STEM is to say that you know the value that you bring on the table, so bring your chair and sit on that table as though you belong there. Because it's very easy for you to stay at the back burner and feel like you don't fit in, or you want to be at the background, not to be seen. But then how does that add value in terms of what it is that you bring on the table? Because if you cannot speak it, and if you don't bring your own chair to say, hey, actually, I can contribute in this and this, then how will people know what it is exactly that you do? In many spaces, because women don't feature, it's very easy for us to sit at the background and feel like you're not good enough for this. Or they call it imposter syndrome, where you feel you're actually qualified and you have what it takes, but you second guess yourself. And because you second guess yourself, you're almost saying, I need to be at a certain level of I need to be this person or this thing in order to qualify to speak with confidence in certain circles or in certain tables. So it's to tell yourself actually that you are not only qualified, but you actually can be able to offer what you're good at. Because what you're good at, no one else is good at. So everyone has a special skill or a special place that they can contribute that is different from the other person. So there's something you bring and there's something the other person brings on the table, because we are not all created the same. And so what value I bring and what the other person brings in, both values are necessary and they're important. So none is less than the other. So it's to have the confidence that you can actually do that without feeling that you require some extra skill, or you require to be at a certain or perfect in order to do your thing. We're bringing a feminine aspect of who we are. Yeah, our nurturing way of doing things comes off even in what we do in life, whether it's in business, whether you're employed. And as a leader, even though I am leading a team, there are certain aspects of my nurturing nature that are very good for my team, that allow my team to be able to express themselves, for example, or allow my team to be able to find support when they need. So it's a unique value that as a leader I bring on the table. And one of the things that my coach mentioned the other day, for example, it says one of my strengths as a leader is positivity. Now, I'm not saying men are not positive, but maybe that's an aspect of my feminine nature that brings positivity on the table, which is an added value as a leader, and which helps build my team as well in terms of motivating and inspiring them to do what they do. And so that's why I say, as women, there are certain aspects of our qualities. They may be feminine, but that value, you cannot do away with it. It's a value that the men do not have. And so combining those two forces, then we are able to even be a greater force.